1973 MGB GT chrome bumper car with it being a 73, so it's a factory chrome bumper car. Bodywork wise, we'll start off the bonnet, work our way around the car, onto the interior, and then we'll do an engine start up. Wants a little bit of attention to the bodywork, this one. I started it yesterday after it being here a couple of days, a little bit of chocolate fired straight into life. Right, bodywork wise, you can see it is purple. James will detail the proper colour and stuff on the internet. If you check the website out for the paintwork on any of our lots, not only this one. Bodywork wise, it wants some attention. There's a few little bits on the bonnet here. The bonnet's flat, the paint all over is quite flat. But you'll see we've got areas of sort of rings of paint reaction at some point. A little bit of filler work been going on there. The seams themselves, yes, we've got some paint flake and some light corrosion, but they're certainly not rotten, that's for sure. As we come over to the right hand side, slightly better on this side, a little bit of cracking in the paint there and some bubbling underneath the windscreen. As you come down the bonnet, like I say, it is flat in places. It's straight, but it's flat. Across the front edge, we've got some bubbling underneath the paint and these sort of rings of reaction. Some bubbling on the wing corners there. Lens itself's all good. Obviously, it's missing the chrome surround. The bumpers have got some pitting on them. Again, straight though. Some slightly heavy pitting on the left-hand side of the rider. Down on the lower half, have a good look at the valance there. This car has come from Classics World. If you check out their YouTube channel, I'm sure there'll be something on there. They sort of do these write-ups and buy these projects and normal cars and bits and pieces. So if you check that out, sunroof in this one as well. Again, some reactions to the paint, some hazing and some cracking, but no corrosion around the sunroof itself. A few bird poo marks. It is flat. You can see the scratch and sort of flatness in the paint. Back down the driver's front wing, lower half. Again, there's some stone chips marks, bits and pieces here. On the bigger style mini lights with a nice size tyre all the way around there. We have got tyre glue on the tyres as well. Across the lower half of the sill section and up onto the rear door. You can see there's bits and pieces on the paint that want squared up. It's going to want some paint work. As we come down the rear quarter on the rear seam, we've got some bubbling and some cracking to the rear seam itself and some rust coming through on the arch there. So that's the driver's side rear. That's where we are at the minute. As you come around the back bumper, again, the back bumper is nice and tidy. Some light pitting in the bumper itself, but it's all straight. It's not been no major dings or dents, but again, we've got some heavier pitting to the chrome overriders. Light lenses are all good on both sides. Across the bottom of the roof, I have got some bubbling there on the bottom of the boot. And just starting underneath the rear window. Top half, corrosion-wise, looks to be okay. So we come round onto the left-hand side again, across the seam at the back. Normal areas of corrosion, some cracking in the paint as well, so that's the left-hand side. As we come round the arch on the rear, again, we've got some corrosion coming through the paint there. You can have a look at the lip at the bottom there. I've obviously had a sill repair at some point, as you can see the black stone card just coming just before that seam and back to the rear arch. And again, various bits and pieces in the paintwork on the passenger door and quarter. The front of the door onto the sill section there, we'll see we've got a big lump of paint flake off there. So you can see that that's sill to front wing and some heavier scratching up the front wing on the left-hand side. And again, various bits of bubbling in the paint itself. It wants some attention to the paintwork, this one. Interior-wise, the door card itself is nice and tidy. The seat is lovely and soft. No rips or tears at all on the seat. You've got the black with the cream piping, all lovely and straight in there. No problems at all with the seat. Nice aftermarket wood wheel. A little bit of lacquer peel to the lacquer at the top of that. Dashboard's nice and straight across the top of the dash. Nice and tidy down the centre console with the original radio blanker in, and we've got some paint flake to that painted dashboard again, pretty standard on these MGs. Dials are all nice and clear, easy to read, no cracking at all. It's the 4-speed with the overdrive on the dash, not on the gear stick. I'm just going to lift that seat forward, or get James to lift that seat forward for me. And we're going to go into the rear seats, which are trimmed in the same material. Lovely and tidy across the rear seat. Like most MGs, showing minimal wear whatsoever. Headlining looks to be all nice and tidy. No big damp spots around the sunroof either. Can't get into the boot, we're not going to start forcing the locks into the left-hand side front door. Again, the door card itself nice and tidy. Bit of a gap at the back of the handle there. The passenger seat itself does need bolting down correctly. And you can see we've got a bit of corrosion on the floor in the passenger footwell. And again, seats are nice and tidy from the left-hand side and the rear. Into the engine bay now. Got a bit of colour coding going on with the engine block. Someone's obviously spent some time and money on that there. Nice big ram air filters. James is going to fire up, like I say, mechanically. So we're on cold start up there, so we have got some fuels on. No problems with that at all. Like I said, it's been here a couple of days. When I started it yesterday, it'd been here about 3 days. It fired straight in the knife. So engine-wise, on the button, wants a little bit of bodywork. There you have it, the 1973 MGB GT.